I know. No reaction again this week. Yes, low-key with this chapter, I wish I had done one. I'm not gonna hold you, but all's well that ends well. Reactions should be back soon. I don't know. They might be. You gotta wait and see. Life is life, and I appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we had to talk about One Piece chapter 1030, and this chapter had me feeling. I don't know if it's validation or just like, kind of what I expected, but we'll talk about it. Overall, we'll talk about it, right? Anyway, the chapter started off in a way I didn't expect, right? I did not expect for Apu and Drake to have a civil conversation, because from the last time I remember seeing them, they were fighting and throwing hands. And we were like, well, X-Drake, why can't you defeat someone like Apu? And it may be a bit disrespectful, right? Because Apu and X-Drake, they're both supernova, and Oda is going to portray them in a way that's somewhat similar, right? And Apu is no slouch. He's taking a lot of damage this arc, taking a lot of things, and he's still kicking, and he's still having conversations. I mean, the numbers are here, and it seems to be a numbers game. And speaking of numbers game, let's hit that subscribe button, shall we? Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, turn on post notifications, and let's keep this thing going, huh? Anyway, the numbers seems to be the 1, 2, and 3, because we saw 4. So it seems to be 1, 2, and 3, and one of them at least looks terrifying. I mean, they seem to be mute. They can't really talk. They just spew BS, but I guess we can expect something good. For the most part, the numbers have not been a factor. They've just been that, numbers on the chessboard. And I think these people could be either the individuals that the other Straw Hats defeat, but based on this chapter, it seems like they're trending towards the point of them helping defeating Kaido, right? Because the numbers game in regards to everything is still on Kaido's side, right? But if they get these numbers, it's evening the score a little bit, which, like I've said before, you guys should remember, when the numbers got introduced, I was like, the numbers are just that, numbers, right? They're numbers for the story and for the war. And now they're going to be used as, I guess, whittling down the forces of Kaido to make things even more balanced. So they're playing their role, essentially. They look menacing. They're huge. It's 1, 2, 3, so I expect more than what we got from 4, which wasn't much, but let's wait and see, I guess. Now, Apu and X-Drake. Apu is such a snake. Right? He's such a snake. And we knew that with the alliance with Kid and Hawkins. He betrayed them, didn't care. Now he's trying to make another alliance. He's going to betray X-Drake. But X-Drake, he knows what's going on. He's like, I'm not going to trust you. However, points are being made. He's saying, well, yeah, I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm just asking you to help me. Work with me to take down Kaido because it doesn't matter who wins, because who wins is going to be easy pickings, because this is a extreme difficult battle. So, I mean, it's beneficial for you. You're kind of a Navy spy, right? And for you, the more people you capture, the better it looks. You get more medals and such, right? So come on, talk to me, work with me. Let me work with you. Let me help you. Help me help you, huh? He's a slithering snake, and if X-Drake believes him, he's going to get double-crossed. Drake could go into this and be smart about it and use Apu like the world government uses the warlords, but ultimately the warlords always get their way because they always have something up their sleeve, and Apu has very long sleeves. But yeah, I'm just saying though, right? You guys feel what I'm saying? Apu is somebody that cannot be trusted. I mean, the story is pointed it out so many different ways. Apu should not be trusted on any level, from betraying Kid and Hawkins to now he's trying to betray Kaido straight up, saying, yo, you got sources, right? You got the facilities for this, so help me out. You know what I'm saying? So X-Drake is obviously going to work with him, right? Because that's more interesting, and Apu is going to do something to betray him, but ultimately, Apu is not wrong. It's just the person that you're working with, it's hard to trust them. That's what I'm saying. But Apu, he's making points. But X-Drake's there like, this is right. I can't tell you the joy, the smile that escaped my face when I saw my boy, Hamlet, again. You guys know how I was fawning over Hamlet and Fortrix, the two most special smile users I've seen in the story. They're just, I don't know what the hell. I mean, Pandass Man that's not his name, but that's what I call him, Pandass Man. But anyway, Fortrix and Hamlet, two of my faves, just those designs, creativity at its finest. Can you disagree? But there's a fire spreading, and Komichio, he seems to be a bit out of it, okay? So they're carrying Komichio and they're trying to evacuate at this point. This got to the funny part of the chapter where I see Usopp and Nami, bro. And then all I see is Kinemon's legs. And I'm like, what the hell? First off, I've been pounding the drum, saying there's no way that Kinemon is dead. You do not have Kinemon die before he sees Momonosuke all grown up, because that was his goal, to help Momonosuke grow up and be an upstanding man like his father was. So now he's growing up, you gotta show Kinemon Momonosuke growing up. So even if you kill him, you can't kill him before then. I don't even know what I just said, but boy. So they find Kinemon and his legs are running and he's bleeding a lot. And I'm like, you're goddamn right. He got not only, well, it didn't say Thunder Bagua, but it was a Congress Haki-coded attack by Kaido. Straight to the noggin after his run-in before, right? He was already hurt from his battle with Kaido. So now he got patched up, not healed up, because Manchari is not there. Patched up. And now here Kaido comes, Conqueror's Haki-coded attack, and he stabs him, impales him. Now his torso is running around like he's in Punk Hazard and shit. So I'm not surprised. I mean, the process is surprising, but I think the explanation is something that's, So they found the legs, right? And the goal is for Kinemon to tell them where someone else was, because he's not even hurt enough to the point that he needs to save himself. Kiku is still barely clinging to life. Okay, so Kinemon alive, Kiku alive. There's no way somebody else is alive, right? We have Orochi. Orochi's like, Kanjuro, you're on your last leg, aren't you? Kaido's like, yep, on my last leg. Is this nigga serious? Bro, listen, for me, I expected this. I've been telling y'all, they're not dead. I've been telling y'all about Orochi, Kanjuro, Kiku, and Kinemon. The only person that I'm, maybe is Ashura Doji. Those other people, not dead. No way. I was like, no way. Right? No way. Back to the reason though, why it didn't work is, well, basically, he said Law didn't fully reattach his torso. Reminds me of the Smash Brothers picture where it looks like Sephiroth had impaled Mario, but well, the silhouette looked like it, and what actually happened was the sword went through Mario's, what do you call it, overalls. You can't be mad at this. I don't think you should be upset at this, because this is One Piece, right? This is how it's been. And for me, it's funny. It's funny to me, right? So I would have liked if a couple of them had died. It just didn't feel like the right time to me. So that's why them being alive is not surprising. I mean, it is funny. It is hilarious that everybody that we thought, the only person that really wasn't mentioned was Ashura Doji. So we gotta wait and see, and I guess figure out what exactly how that's gonna go with him. But based on Oda's track record, do you think he's alive or nah? Alive or nah? I mean, I'm probably like 95% Ashura Doji's alive. Yeah. I'm just saying, right? And it is what it is. But Orochi's a master manipulator. He gotta let that pain go. He gotta let the hurt go. And I think the hurt, it's following him. And this nigga got, I mean, I would say he has 9 lives, but he had, how many heads? How many ever heads? He's still alive. Kinemon's like, oh my, we cut his head off. How is he? Nigga. Come on, bro. So Orochi's still alive, and he's a master manipulator because he's like using Kanjuro's feelings against Wano and Kozuki, basically saying, this is the time for the Kurozumi to stand up. This is your final encore, right? This is your final performance. This is where they're gonna cheer for you. This is where they're gonna tell you that you, that nigga, die for me. Again, I want you to burn everything to the ground. Burn it all. On some Game of Thrones shit. Burn the castle down. Kill all the people. You're like the Mad King. Well, I guess he's the Mad Shogun, but he has no other cards to play. He's just like, yo, kill everybody. The reports start coming in. There's this smiley-like substance, but he's made of fire, moving through the walls, burning everything to the ground, which, you know, is given the Dressrosa vibe, but this time it's twofold. We have the Onigashima about to fall, and we have Smiley, we're gonna call him Firely. He is moving through, he says going right through walls. Now, when I first saw that, I was like, going right through walls. It is fire. I start thinking of someone like Brook, he can go through walls, but he's cold. It seems like the damage this fire thing is making, Brook probably can't do anything to stop that. Maybe stop some flames here and there, but this thing is going to completely destroy this castle. It seems Momonosuke is getting the concept. That's something that may have gotten lost. Momonosuke is getting the concept of flame clouds. He's making as many small flame clouds as possible. So that's something we may touch on in the next chapter. But right now, he's getting the concept. He's figuring it out. The other fights are still going on. I like the fact that he had Luffy versus Kaido, Sanji versus Queen, and Zoro versus King, right? In just one shot. And the dialogue was basically the Kozuki forces and the Emperors, right? And while they're saying that, you see Luffy and Kaido. Of course, Big Mom is probably being referenced here, but seeing Luffy and Kaido there, I felt something. I felt something warm. It wasn't pee. I felt something really warm where it's just like the story just dropping so many subtle hints that Luffy's here. Luffy's arrived. Luffy is that guy now. And it was really dope to see. It was really just dope as hell to see, right? Yamato's heading towards the armory. I'm not sure if Orochi is there. It seems like he should be there because like, I know all about it and we're going to set it all on fire. He probably isn't there. He said, I know all about it. Orochi's like digging his nose like he's won. Like he's figured everything out. I'm like, Orochi, like you're going to be undone because somebody that we're missing, Kuroshiro and Yori and Yokimaru, he's going to come undone. But it's all good. I don't think he dies in this arc personally. Like at this point, I don't think he dies, but he's going to have his comeuppance. He's going to feel it in different ways. However, Yamato's headed towards the armory. She's telling Momonosuke, just try to slow it down, right? So the point of it is to clear it out, right? So if it does not, he's going to try to have not a crash landing, but a soft landing, because if all those things are down there with the fire and the impact, it's all over. But I don't know if they have enough time to evacuate everyone from the capital. It's weird, okay? But in the midst of that, here comes the Nikkaku sovereignty. Like, okay, well, we know who's around. Big Mom's fighting Kid in Law. And I think this is going to be the most talked about thing in the chapter because this led to so many different ideas for me. It did, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow in tomorrow's video, talking about awakenings, okay? For Law and Kid is, getting his ass whooped, and he asks Law, like, all right, can you awaken your ability? And Law's like, I can, but it uses a lot of stamina. And Kid's like, well, yeah, I can too, and it uses a lot of stamina. What does this mean? Dun, dun, dun. Leave your thoughts below. I'll follow it up in another video. Law is fucking dope. Law is so dope because this attack is obviously his awakening, but incision, anesthesia, Kroom, not sure what it is, right? We got to figure that out. He inserts it into Big Mom. So it's not like Gamma Knife where it's more surface level incision. He's inserting an actual thing. I'm not sure if it's radioactive, but it made Big Mom bleed. Like Big Mom was bleeding. And then here comes Kid. He used a sign and he turned Big Mom into a magnet herself, which is pretty dope because it's almost like what Pain did, right? Where he has all the metal going towards Big Mom, and then Kid, Law switched her out. Now it's Punk Crash, bro. These two are fantastic. They're fantastic. And I love Law so much. I mean, the channel name is B.D.A. Law. People call me, my name is not B.D.A. Law. It's Brago D.A. The channel name is B.D.A. Law, but I get it. God damn, I love Law, man. And Kid, this is cool. But in my opinion, Law still stole the show. They are doing this to a Yonko. And I don't know how many Krooms she can take. But the thing is, he uses a lot of stamina, so I'm not sure how many times they can do this. Now, the awakening stuff, them both using awakenings at the same time, I'm like, okay, do we get Luffy's awakening as well? Or have we already gotten it? Have we already? I don't know. We'll get deeper on Sunday. There's just some things that I got to just figure out. But overall, I absolutely loved the chapter. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was pretty good. It was not fantastic. The Law and Kid stuff, because of how it ended, it gives me the fantastic feeling. But I mean, I saw I saw Hamlet, right? So I felt good. Some other stuff I was like, not as riveting. So it's status quo for most of the chapter. Then we got awakening stuff, which is really dope, right? So overall a good chapter though. I don't want that to be lost. Overall a good chapter. I can see people being pissed off talking about, well, oh my God, another character's not dying, bro. You know what you read. Stop. You go into it. This is something by now you should expect. And if you don't expect it by now, then you are gullible. I got something to sell you. What is your social, right? Because we got to process the paperwork. What's your social? What's your card number? I need the 3 digits on the back, expiration date, and your mother's maiden name, right? Nothing shiesty. Because if you're here with the character deaths, send me all that information. Okay. But anyway, that's it, guys. Give me your thoughts. How do you feel about the chapter? What do you think about awakenings? Because that's going to be the topic of conversation here, right? How do you feel about all that? Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Guys, again, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.